Hello everyone! Happy New Year! Happy 2024! Oh my god, time flies. 2024 already? Well, happy 2024 to you! I wish you all the best, all the creative accomplishments, but of course, good health. That's super important. Happy New Year! How is it going? It feels good to be back, my friends, and we are live. We're gonna be making art today, exciting art. So hello everyone, grab your pencils. Hello Cloudface, hello Jasmine Jacques, Rita Scott. Grab your paintbrush. Just the idea of this stream is that we make art together. We're going to have fun. We're gonna start 24 on a good note and have fun together. The idea of the stream is put me in the background and do your art while you're making this, and we're gonna try to have fun. Well, let's cut this super hype music. What do I have? Well, I have this. So maybe like this. Okay, everybody. Hello, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Balsam. Oh my god, 2024 is going to be great. So we're gonna chill, we're gonna be making art, we're gonna be talking about New Year's resolution. We're gonna make a list because that's actually well known. It's been proven that New Year's resolution lists, they work 100% of the time and nobody ever gives up on their New Year's resolution. That's a fact. Like, a resolution is something like nobody ever gives them up beginning February. That's nonsense. So we're gonna try some to have a list of artistic resolutions for 2024 because I do have some things that I want to improve in my artistic life, so I'm gonna grab this occasion and make it count. Make it count, everybody. Give peace a chance. Yep. Happy New Year. So yeah, we're gonna talk about creative goals. Not that like it matters to do that at the beginning of January. Like whenever you can set up your goals, have a list of goals. It's always a good idea. Keeping track of your goals and following through, that's a different story, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about like seeing through. Like, it's actually a good idea to have, you know, a sort of a battle map, a battle plan for what you want to do with your art career. So that's what we're gonna do today, and it's gonna be pretty quick because I don't have that many goals. I'm having fun, I'm making paintings, I'm having fun with you guys, but you're gonna tell me what your artistic New Year resolutions are, and we'll discuss that just a little. Then we're gonna see art news. Do we have art news today? I think we have. We'll see. Yes, we have. We're gonna have inspiration of the day, and then we're gonna continue this painting, this horse thing. Man, this could have been in my 2023 year's resolution, is finish painting faster, because I really wished I could finish this one before 2024 hits, but unfortunately, you know, I'm well known for being a very slow painter, but yeah. All right, that's all on. This is all like, I'm putting way too much love in these paintings to just finish them in a rush. So yeah, we're just gonna give this painting more love and just yeah, try to finish this. So hopefully this part will be done at the end of the stream. I don't know. You know me, never know with me. Ah, but it feels good to be back live. It's great. It's a great feeling. It's exhilarating, and that's what I want to do. I want to write that in my New Year's resolution list. Where is it? It's here. So, my resolution list. I want to make this stream more entertaining for you. That's one thing that I would like to do. I'm not sure I can make it, but I'm gonna do my best. So I'm gonna sometimes I'm gonna grab some of your ideas and so make stream more entertaining, because I'm having fun. Alright, so now is it okay? Okay, make stream more entertaining. Maybe I can put my resolution list here. Okay, so next one. So yeah, I want to make it, you know, more interactive, more fun. Like, it's entertaining for me, but I want to add, you know, like, I want to improve even more. But what I want to do is invest more in paint and less in tech stuff. So I want to make the stream more entertaining by having, you know, like new techniques, and not necessarily, I don't want to invest in a new camera, but maybe invest in new painting gear to discover something really unique. I want to make you discover more unique stuff, and I want to make an effort for that. So that's one thing. And because I've been investing a lot in 2023 in materials that was good for the stream, but more on the technical side. And I think now it's time I really focus on improving the stream, but from the artistic side. So if I have like $100 to spend it on some new paints that I can try for you, for example, rather than just a new mic or a new whatever technical stuff. So that's one thing. Resolution number 2. Oh yeah, and on making it more entertaining. Yes, as I said, I want to have new guests, because it's always been a very fun time for me, very entertaining time for me, even though it's not necessarily the best, like, in terms of views, but I like this. I like having guests. I like opening my horizons and receiving guests, sharing ideas with other fellow artists. So this is super cool. I want to make that. I also want to have like discussions, debates on, you know, on certain art related topics on this channel. That could be also very cool. Next, what else? Yeah, I want to, so what I didn't put, so I want to make, yeah, something I need to do as well is that I'm gonna put this here, is I want to focus more on my art, because believe it or not, on my art, because believe it or not, even though I'm only doing that, I've been way too distracted for my liking in 2023. I've been following a lot of new stuff, but I kind of lost track a little bit of what I really want to do. So I really want to focus more on what makes my art what it is, and that's something I want to go back to, really. Balsam says, I've decided that this year I'll create my website. I have enough good work now. That's awesome. That's definitely a nice bonus, like in your presentation, to have a good website. That's really cool. So that's a great idea. Great idea, Balsam. So what are your other resolution? No more chatting. What is that a resolution? Stream is pretty entertaining already. Oh, thank you, Scott. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying, making more entertaining? I mean in terms of rhythm, in terms of I don't know. I want to just communicate, because I'm definitely, I feel entertained myself. I have fun streaming, but I really want to make sure that this is a shared experience. That's all I want to that's all I want to be. I love being a slow painter, says Christopher. Well, I've learned how to deal with that, and as you may notice, I said focus more on my art. I didn't say become a faster painter, because I know, like, this resolution or not, like, if you're inherently a slow painter, it's not something you can just snap out of and immediately become faster. That's not happening. So yeah. Goal: make some sales, get online store and products listed and sold. Awesome, that's cool. Okay, so I need to focus, so less chatting. Is that it, Gary? Yeah. Okay. So focus more on my art, and what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna add another resolution here in my list. I also want to, it's more, I know it's kind of a paradox with what I've just said, but I also want to stream more. But how to say, with a more relaxed approach. I don't know how to say that. I want to stream more, but by being more, you know, I'm just, let's say I want to make more impromptu streams where I'm just in my studio and all of a sudden I just hit go live and whatever, I don't do thumbnail, I don't do anything, I just go live and discuss. So maybe it will not be in YouTube or on YouTube, because this would kind of ruin my momentum, my metrics. The YouTube overlords would be very disappointed with me if I don't do thumbnails and titles and whatever. So maybe I'll do this type of streaming somewhere else, maybe on Twitch, maybe a different platform, maybe Instagram. I think Instagram was going to release this new streaming, like a platform that allows you to stream from a computer, because what I don't want to, I would love to stream on Instagram, for example, but I only have my phone. This is really bad. Like I hate doing this. I hate the idea of just streaming with my phone. But streaming with my computer, but not necessarily on YouTube. It can be on Discord, it can be anywhere. Just go live, because I kind of like it. It's like having an open window and people just peek through and like, hey, what's this guy doing? And that's what I want to do. Your streams are cool, but would like to be a bit more focused on your art. Nice. So that's what I have in mind. I'm still puzzled if I want to do more, like, more variety. If I want to bring more variety, I'm still in the experimental phase. Because I kind of think that if I only focus on my art and only make my art day after day, it's going to get pretty boring for people. So that's one of the things that I'm thinking about. I have a goal to be able to get a likeness in drawing freehand iOS trace. I've already failed, by the way. My last portrait in graphite is terrible, so that's a good goal. But that's kind of you know, resolution or not, this is kind of like likeness for a portrait it's a very tricky thing to get. So hang on and you'll get there. 2024 is yours, Rob. So definitely with you. Impromptu, exactly. I want to make more impromptu. I have to start creating more original art as well as doing master copies and tutorials. Basically more time painting. Perfect. Let's start today. I'm gonna start painting in a minute, so don't worry. You're used to the fancy options in livestream. Instagram is very basic in that area. Yes, but if Instagram allows me to stream from my computer, which it doesn't at the moment, is apparently experimental. Instagram Creator Studio or whatever, something like that is apparently in the making, that would allow me to stream, like do the same thing but like vertical and like at the same time, like I would be talking right now and it would just go to Instagram at the same time. That's what I want. I can do that on TikTok at the moment. I don't know. Do I belong on TikTok? It's always the question. Yeah. Because when I go on TikTok live, I see a lot of things. Weird stuff is happening on this platform, so I don't know. But don't worry, I'm not gonna switch to TikTok or Twitch or anything. I'm still gonna be here. It's just that I'm thinking about other platforms that would allow me to stream more without thinking about numbers, without thinking about thumbnails and that. Can OBS Studio stream to Instagram? That's the thing. You need to have a stream key, and Instagram doesn't want to give you the stream key to your account, like to basically stream from the computer, because they want you to stream from your phone. That's the idea of Instagram. From the very beginning, it's always been, no, we only want you to stream from your phone and take photos from your phone and only use your phone. It's only been very recently that they've upgraded to that, so that you can upload pictures from your computer. Alright, so not sure if you're on Facebook. I am on Facebook. I have this old account that I haven't been on for years. What's a good speed for painting, by the way? Well, you tell me. Depends on the complexity. All right. Okay, so, well, any other new resolution ideas, or should we switch to art news and art drama? It's not drama today. It's good. So, any new resolutions that we've missed? All right, so let's go to art news, I guess. And let me bring on this camera here. Let me bring this. Sorry, I need to readjust everything. Alright, so this is art news in French for once. So a new work by Théodore Géricault, which is Géricault is the painter who created the Géricault is the famous raft from the Medusa. This is this guy, so I'm gonna just no, I'm just trying to get the raft of the Medusa just in case you don't know about this painting. Just getting this one here. So this is the painter who created this. So kind of a famous 19th century French painter. So they've discovered a new work by Géricault in a very small, a small, I don't know how you translate that, a small room in a house in Normandy, and it was sold for 158,000 euros, 5 times the estimate. So this is this tiny drawing here. This is a wash, very small. So and it was just found in this house, and the lucky owners have sold it for 5 times the price that they thought it was worth. So that's it. Nice. See, always check your attic, double check your attic, because sometimes you can find a masterpiece here, which is not a masterpiece, it's more kind of a little study here. Very humble painting, but like, it's a good price for just an ink painting. This price is pretty good. I know nothing about auctions and prices, but sounds awesome. So this was art news. Oh, we didn't have the launch title, by the way. So it comes later. It comes after the show is over. So this was art news. Now let's have inspiration of the day. Our inspiration of the day is actually an inspiration that I'm gonna use in my painting, in the painting that I'm gonna paint today. I'm not gonna use this reference today, but I had this idea and I was like, yes, I need this, I need some of this, and you'll understand why. How this is coming from John Martin's The Last Judgment triptych, and this is the inspiration that I want to show to you today, my dear friends. The Last Judgment triptych. So I hope that you know how to spell triptych. This is the tough word to spell, because the spelling is so, I don't know, I find it very, like, it doesn't make sense why it's spelled like that, but well, whatever, alright? So the Last Judgment triptych, this is it, and so this is the first canvas. So this one is the Last Judgment. So on this side to hell, and on this side to heaven, I guess. And what I like about this, so this is not this one that inspired me the most. It's mostly this one. Look at this metal, and we actually have some metal in the background. Not metal, but look at this beast of a painting. This is typically the kind of thing that I really love. Look at this. I really like the idea of the sky, like the ground is sort of like a huge jaw that sort of crunches on the, like, what like, you know, the Judgment Day is like the Earth is eating itself alive. I really like how like there's this sense of inversion between sky and ground, between mountains and falling rocks. Really love the energy, super impressive. This one is super strong, almost abstract in a way, because you almost don't see, hold on, you almost don't see the little guys here. I'm sorry, I'm zooming in, so I hope you'll see something. I'm trying to zoom in because they don't allow you to zoom. But well, yeah, super cool. And in comparison, I'm sorry to say, but the Plains of Heaven feel kind of boring in comparison. Yeah, I know what it implies to say that, but I was preferring the Wrath. Is this bad? Like, I was more inspired by that. Hey, it can be... Hey, Cody. Interesting abstraction almost. Yeah. Reminds me of the stone giants fight in The Hobbit. I've never seen The Hobbit. Some people told me it's pretty much a bad movie, so I didn't just like, I have a really hard time with movies. So if they're too slow, I don't even bother starting them. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Am I the only one who much prefers like the Wrath of the Judgment Day rather than that? It looks nice, no, but it feels more like a Bob Ross painting. Feels less inspiring. I don't know. Feels kind of cold. Not very welcoming. Well, this is not welcoming as well, but I like it. And well, you'll see when I'm showing you the painting that I'm working on, you'll see how it inspired me, how it clicked in my head. Because in my painting, I've also inverted sky and ground. Like the earth and the sky are inverted, and actually in my painting, the project you'll see in my painting, the idea, but let me just let me switch the camera here. We're real quick. What is this? No. Okay, let me switch this real quick. So in my painting, in this one, with the horse, basically the idea is that they are hello, will you? Okay. Okay, yeah. The idea is that there is so the sky is going to be here, and basically the horse and this character here, they are sort of drowning into the sky. I don't know. So there's an inversion in the gravitational state, which means that technically you could also change the orientation and have it like that. So like that, the bottom and the door has the priority on how you understand the painting, and these they feel upside down. But yeah, so that's kind of the idea. So but then to be clear, I had the idea of inverting sky and ground before, And then I remembered about this painting by John Martin, so the triptych of the Last Judgment, and I remembered about these rocks. So what I think I'm gonna do, and I already had like these rocks and all. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sort of almost like in Inception, you know, when the ground is distorted, and I'm gonna sort of make it more. There's going to be more falling rocks or floating rocks, whatever. But yeah, so that's the idea. Let's start. Let's just start this. Heaven should be more green and lush with many fruit trees and flowers. Yes, exactly. That's what I think as well. I think if you want to sell me on the is this going to be a painting on a moving back, kind of like Dear Gravity? I don't know. I had a hard time setting up Dear Gravity so that it wouldn't fall down all the time. So we'll see. Let me know about the sound. I'm kind of switching mic, so let me know if you can still hear me. Normally you should, because now it's this mic. Yeah, I had a hard time setting up the, you know, the system in the back of Dear Gravity. This mic is way too noisy though. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to make a... Sound is good. Okay, cool. Alright, let me just... Yeah, so the tones, yeah. Yeah, I really like this. This is a... a double complementary, kind of a... So I've got two complementaries here, this red and the cyan, and the orange and the blue. They kind of work together. It's like kind of having a little X in your a very thin X in your color wheel. I don't know how to describe that. I don't have a color wheel to show that to you, but kind of what I have in mind. And generally it works really well because it's not too monotonous. So you have this opposition between cyan and red, but it's almost the same, like this blue and this orange. They feel kind of same-ish, but they're not exactly the same. So that's kind of the idea. Cross complementary. Well, yeah, you can call them that. It's basically, well, maybe I can take, well, let me see if I can find a color wheel and trace something to show it to you, because I'm not being really clear here. So hold on. Okay. Alright, so here's your color wheel. Basically, you have this. Oh. Hold on. Maybe let me take this here. Alright. So what you have is this. You have one complementary here and one complementary here. So you create a thin kind of X shape. You still have a little bit of variety, but you have two rows of complementary, and it works up until a certain point. So you can go all the way here, for example, it still works, but like past, you know, a quarter of interval between the two, and it starts not looking very harmonious anymore. So you can do, you have a lot of leeway to play with, you know, colors. And all of this here in the middle, it's fair game, because if you think about it, it just makes one big, you know, complementary opposition here, if you want. But the idea is to play on these and really insist on this red, this cyan here, this blue, and this here, and kind of make an important, some of the important elements of the paintings, make them kind of the main ideas, and not just make a big mass tone of all this mixed together. So you want to, you know, be selective in the slice of colors that you want. That's kind of the idea. All right, let's switch back. Oh, hold on, I need to get out of this. Do you really want to quit? Yes. Sorry, the program that I use to make the little arrows, it doesn't let me click on the other. It doesn't let me click on the rest of the screen. All right. Hello, Marcus. The only heaven is right now. You mean we should appreciate life on Earth? I agree. I agree. The idea of hell and heaven, like, symbolically and metaphorically, I get where it comes from, and but yeah, it kind of doesn't make sense in a way. But symbolically speaking, it's nice. But I've always find, like, in the entire history of art, hell is always more captivating and inspiring than heaven. 100% of the time. Like, just check it out. Check it out. In Bosch, hell is way more interesting. So yeah. Dante's Inferno, is that? I don't think it's actual. I think it's a poem, but it's not, like, canonical. It's not religiously, like the Dante's Divine Comedy is not. Is this legit, religiously speaking, or is this just a kind of a poem? I think it's more artistic than religiously grounded in actual. Yeah, it's a story, so that's what I thought as well. Alright, so I just need to finish this blue shirt here. This blue shirt is kind of an important color element, got to say. Really need this touch of blue much darker, much more in the ultramarine range. Because there's going to be a lot more of this cyan. So this touch of more ultramarine-ish blue, it really needs to be there. Otherwise, the other one it's too cyan, and it feels too dominant. Is it Catholic theology or mythology? Kind of. Because I think Dante was making a lot of it like from his imagination. It's more a work of poetry than a work of religion. Like Dante was a poet, and it's more like I've always seen the Divine Comedy more as a there's a theory about that, but yeah. I've always liked Dante's Inferno, like the Divine Comedy, and even I'm not necessarily interested in all the theology, but like it's I have the version with the illustrations from Botticelli. Really cool. Actually, I'm gonna show it to you because it's a great. I really recommend if you can find an edition of this. I have it right here. Sometimes use it for inspiration, you know. It's the Divine Comedy. It's in French. Yeah, I wish I could read it in Italian. Hello. Okay, I need to, sorry. Yeah, this book. With the illustrations by Sandro Botticelli. Really cool. This is all done by Botticelli, pen and ink, mostly pen and ink. And this is a typical example of what I was saying, how hell is always way more inspiring for artists than heaven, because the illustrations for the hell part are like full of like energy, whereas for heaven it's more, you know, less interesting. I don't know, that's my personal taste maybe. I'm sorry, it's probably very difficult for you to see anything, but hey. And here is the depiction of heaven. So, not much to see. Just circles, circles, circles. Beatrice in circles. That's pretty much all you have in the heaven, like coming from Botticelli illustrating this. Hey, well, that's still super interesting, and full of interesting ideas. Really something I don't know if you can find this online, maybe. Oh yeah, the Gustave Dore illustrations are also great. Gustave Dore is definitely one of the artists that I have to make an episode about. Really an underrated artist. Great illustrator. Gustave Dore, Gary. Check him out. Well, actually, we can check him out now. I guess we have time. It will provide me with an excuse for how I'm working so slow, because I'm showing you stuff. So hold on. Okay, no, I'm always looking for excuses to be even slower. You need to focus. How can I not focus on that? Look at this. This is the Gustave Dore illustrations. So same thing, actually it's compiled in a book. So this one is engravings, and the Dore illustrations for Dante's Divine Comedy. It actually has a painting, really cool painting. Look at this. Dante and Virgil in the 9th circle of hell. And look at this gruesome. What is this? Is this ice? Is this marble? Is this glowing? Is this reflective? It's just gloomy and scary and atrocious. Feels like hell. So really cool, but like he has mostly like lots of engravings like that of cool hell creatures. And yeah, so that's Gustave Dore. Definitely very interesting. If you like imaginative realism, definitely something to check. Alright, back to painting. Back to painting. Oh boy. So how is everybody doing? How was your Christmas, everybody? How was your Christmas? How were the holidays? Did you have time with your family? Did you take a break? Did you have to work? Tell me all about it. Oh, thanks, Cody. It's nice. There's already like kind of a small collection of works in the Discord. You can just scroll around and find inspiration. Raiders beat the Chiefs. What does that mean? What does that mean? That's nice, Jasmine. I think it's enough, indeed. Ah, American football. So you also have football on Christmas? I thought it was only Thanksgiving. You can't get enough of this? Sorry, I need to turn down the... New Year's too. Who watches football on New Year's? I'm sorry, because even like here in France, we even in Europe, we all like actual football, you know, the real football that you play with your feet. But I don't think we play during the holidays, like. And we wouldn't imagine watching football, or maybe except last year, because the World Cup was actually during the Christmas break, which was kind of stupid. Well, who said soccer is going to be perma-banned on this channel? Soccer is not a thing. It's not a... Hey Joyce, thank you very much. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Hi Jonas, Happy New Year! I didn't like Van Gogh because I only knew him from books. Oh yeah, that's... Sometimes you don't know the full extent of an artist, you know, art, from just screens and books. It doesn't tell you about, like, you know, I once saw this Rubens in London, Sensen and Delilah, I think, and my God, the colors were just amazing, and the glazes. You really understand the power of a glaze when you see this painting. I was mesmerized. I don't know if it just had a recent restoration or anything, but the colors were just so like incredibly powerful. And yeah, it was an amazing experience. And you know, I knew about this painting from books, and I was like, meh, you know, books, Rubens, meh, not really my style. I've learned all about Rubens. I knew about the guy. I knew what he was making. I appreciated the man, but I was not a fan. Then I saw this painting in real life, and really, it changed everything. Happy New Year, Anna. The crowning of St. Catherine is at my local museum, and I was intrigued. I didn't know how to feel about it. Well, it's a commission work, this one. So his job was to celebrate a sort of a monarch, and so it's kind of it's kind of tacky in a way. But it's not all organs. So glossy. Well, yeah, that's true. And you can only blame the museums, the curators, because a lot of these institutions, they don't know how to light a painting, and they simply don't know anything about the geometry of the light rays. They really make a disservice to the work because they don't put it under its best light. And I'm sorry, it's been theorized by Da Vinci already. Like, if you put the spotlights just there, you have to allow your viewers to just climb up a little bit. Otherwise, they'll have the reflection of the glare on the top part of the painting. That's just obvious. Like, I keep mentioning my mirror trick, but just imagine that. Just imagine that the artwork is a mirrored surface, and then it just reflects the light rays, and you'll understand how to avoid glare. Simple as that. I don't know. But yes, some and even some very prestigious art institutions, they just don't know how to light a painting, a glossy painting. It's too bad. It's funny because they have these air-conditioned room where they even like monitor the humidity, they monitor everything in the room, the temperature, but they can't light the paintings properly. So Oh yeah, triggering the senses. Never happened to me when you get too close. I've once been sort of not yelled at, but you know, stopped by one of the museum guards for putting my nose too close to the canvas. Never triggered the you know, the alarm. Oh, definitely get me some photos of Caravaggio, yeah. Oh yes. That's never get too many photos of Caravaggio. I only saw one in my actual life. I think. Yeah, art is not made to be sniffed. Definitely, you're not supposed to smell it. Sorry, this part has dried earlier, so I technically I should oil it up.
Command, zooming in for 10 seconds. Zooming out.
It's not sharp. Actually, I think I should change lens because you can't see much here. Adding flake? I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I wouldn't add anything to my paint. I kind of find it weird and disturbing. I don't think it would be a good idea. For me, I much rather imitate gold than add like mica in my paint to create some sort of the, you know, gold paint that they mostly have in like the kids section. But you do you. Nothing is stopping you from being creative. But if you want to add like little bits like that, I would suggest switching to acrylics, because, well, let's face it, acrylic is better for this type of stuff. You know, Klimt painted on gold leaf. Not sure if he added this to it. No, it was in the surface, but it has to, like, the gilding has to be done separately. you can't do the gilding and the painting at the same time. I once made a video with, you know, the fake gold acrylic paint. So basically I used, it's on my channel, I think it should still be. I kind of made the sort of the background with this gold paint, like Klimt, but well, less expensive because it's just fake gold. Yeah, mica is basically the sort of fake gold pigment that you get in, you know, the acrylic paint. I think I have some here. Hold on. I used to have some. Oops. Studio's falling down. I think mica is what they add to create. Oh yeah, I do have some acrylic. This sort of thing. You know, when they say gold, it's obviously not gold. It's mica. Dioxide coated mica, and it's what they have in, you know, glitter, everything gold that's not actual gold is made with mica. Yeah, it's not good paint. It's not good paint. It's not good gold alternative. It's not good. It's just not good. But fun to experiment with? Sure. You can actually try some actual gilding. Gilding is fun. Gilding is fun, and you can paint on a gilded surface. That's cool. That's really cool. I don't know how expensive actual gilding is, but not sure. But it's fun, like with a little like super soft brush. Like, I've always been very intrigued by gilding. I'm sure that with the right technique you can use it. It's just these like cheap acrylic paints, yeah, clearly they're not optimal for an art piece that you might want to preserve. That's all. But just for fun, definitely worth it. So, are you making art? Who's making art here at the same time? I really think that talking about New Year's resolution, I should be making it clear that it's encouraged here to make art at the same time, because that's kind of the point. I know a lot of people do that, but part of my New Year's resolution, I want to make sure that people know that they can come here to just find, not necessarily motivation, but maybe, you know, just find a place where other people are making art and discussing art. So yeah, if you want to make art while I'm making art, by all means, put me in the background. I won't mind. I won't feel offended. You can put me in the background. I'm not gonna. I swear, I'm not going to be offended. You can. Cooking is definitely a form of art. In just show you art, for example. So drinking tea, nice. Are you one of those tea experts who know all the types of teas? I don't know. I only know, you know, like normal one. My wife is more into tea. She kind of knows a bit. She's not an expert by any means, but she appreciates, you know, a good tea. Whereas I prefer, you know, the like normal, like, you know, British tea with like no taste. I don't know, maybe it's just nostalgia from when I was in England. I always enjoyed this, you know, very bland kind of tea with milk and sugar. So I still do like it. Yeah, just regular tea. That's all. That's also what I like. Regular tea. Like sometimes people like recommend that I get some, you know, fancy green tea, something like that. I don't know. I don't feel like I like the English, you know, tea. Very basic. The very basic one. I was in London. I was in London for 6 months in 20... when was it? ...2024? Yorkshire tea. Is this good? Yorkshire tea? What is that tea supposed to be? Is that black tea or what is it? Because it's not green tea. I also know Japanese green tea. It's really something different. It's also very good. Not something that I would like enjoy like that. Black tea, okay. And I've always called it normal tea, that's what I'm asking. Always said, yeah, it's normal tea. But I guess I wouldn't. I guess I wouldn't call like red wine normal wine. So why would I call green tea normal tea? I don't know. I'm just ignorant about this stuff. Green tea is bitter? Bitter or better? Normal tea is black tea. Okay, so that's what I had. That's what I had. I'm glad you agree with me. It can be. But I also do appreciate the Japanese green tea. I have some family in Japan. I've visited Japan once actually, because my cousin is married to a Japanese woman. They don't live in Japan, but they still have like her family there. I visited once, and it's amazing. When I was very young, wish I could go again. Wonderful country, and I had some amazing green tea. They love to put the green tea also in the desserts and ice cones and stuff like that. So, brings back memories. When I was 15 years old, I was not the biggest fan of this green tea though. I assume that now that I'm older, I would enjoy it more. Just as, you know, you don't really enjoy coffee when you're young and it grows on you. I feel that it's kind of the same way with green tea, isn't it? And like tea in general, or less sugary stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Isn't that weird? Where does it come from that we love sugar so much when we're young? I guess it's like our evolution, like biology. Like it's in our genes, isn't it? That we love sugar so much as kids, and we sort of grow out of it and discover new tastes, like, you know, coffee, tea, stuff like that. Oh yeah, freshly ground coffee in a French press. That's awesome. I like this as well. I do also have a French press. I used to have a coffee machine, an espresso machine, stuff like that. And I was doing coffee machine after coffee machine. They always were failing after a couple, like maximum 2 years. Now I've decided to just use a French press to do coffee because it never breaks, never fails. Whereas all the machines were just giving up on me. And there's nothing more infuriating than getting into your kitchen in the morning in a rush and having a coffee machine that doesn't want to work. That's the absolute worst. Is there anything worse than that? Like a coffee machine that doesn't want to work when you're desperately in need of a coffee. Gosh, just the thought. Just the thought. I feel anxious. So I've decided that it's time to not have a machine to make coffee and just I use a French press, and now I have no problem of coffee. The French press always works. Always works. The glass cracks. I don't know. I use hot water in it. I don't know. I think you've just used some very shitty French press. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I've used an Amazon French press for years now. It works. I don't know what's going on with yours, Balsam. I'm sorry. Like maybe you're just too strong, probably. Just I set the timer on my coffee machine and wake up to ready-made coffee. Oh, that's pro. Oh, that's high level, Balsam. That's high level. So yeah, just the smell of coffee, I guess. You cracked too. Well, you have to stop working out your biceps and like just become less strong if you want to make yourself coffee from these. You just too strong. Dunkin' Donuts? What does donut have to do with coffee? Is this blocking in or alla prima? It's wanna be alla prima as much as I can, but I'm never shying away from making it a second layer if I have to. So basically, it means that all this was just alla prima. The blocking is here actually. This is the blocking, well, just the outline here. And all of this was done in one layer, so it's technically alla prima. However, if I fail, I'll do a second layer, no problem. No questions asked. I'm not dogmatic about it. Fresh coffee at 4:20 in the morning. Wow, you wake up pretty early. My god. I would need more than fresh coffee at 4:20 in the morning. I would probably need a punch in the face to wake up. So, well, if coffee works for you, fine. I would probably have to program like a professional boxer to just wait in my kitchen in the morning at 4:20. So when I'm like slowly slugging out of my bed at 4:20 in the morning, I'm like, dude, what time is it? So the boxer would just punch me in the face to wake me up, and I would like, whoa, dude, thanks. Whew. Wanna grab a coffee? And then I would have a coffee with the boxer guy. And that would be this boxer's job, basically, to just wake me up in the morning. Because I'm telling you, a cup of coffee alone would not work. With Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts. Are you ready for your next baby? Are you ever ready? Oh god. No, I'm not. But that's the idea, like the baby just born, or just be born, I don't know. And that's it. Ready or not. Hello. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of caring for a child. You're never ready as a parent. It's always too much. But you can prepare yourself, but you're never ready. And the baby just triggers this instinct in you that tells you, alright, ready or not, here we go. Take care of me, daddy. So yeah. You can never really be ready, but you can be prepared. At the moment, my wife and I, we're not really prepared. We'll still have time, but we're not stressing about it. Like this, the second one. Second one's always more chill. Like, I remember we used to, like, especially my wife, she used to freak out about all the tiny, you know, pregnancy things. Hello, George. Happy New Year. Welcome here. They are cute but require a lot of energy when they grow up. We forget that and just keep love. Yeah, that's true. However, I still have a revenge, a master plan for revenge. I plan on waking up my son when he'll be a teenager as a revenge for when he was waking me up at 3 in the morning crying for a diaper. So I'll wake him up when he's, you know, 17 and just trying to sleep in the morning. I'll wake him up very early, just, and I'll have my revenge. Like, revenge, as you know, is a plate better served cold. So that's my revenge. But I'll do keep the love and all. You know, sure. But I also have this sneaky plan. And I'll say, got you! See, when you were 1 year old, you were waking me up, you know, 8 months old. You were waking me up every night. Now it's my turn. And by the way, it's 11 in the morning, so wake up. You know, teens. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Exactly. Exactly. Kids are too much work. I have to say, I really appreciate the age when they can start being by themselves, playing on their own. And we just reached that age with Augustin. We're gonna have a second one. But again, it's probably for the best because he's going to be not independent, but he understands if we need time to take care of the baby, so he'll just go in his room and play. It's nice. That's something you can't do if you have kids very close from each other. You don't have this option of saying to your older one, just go to your room and just we'll get there in 20 minutes. We'll get to use, like, if you have to take care of both at the same time, I assume it's even more exhausting. And we're lucky that Augustin right now, he knows how to just he enjoys his time playing with his toys. He enjoys his own time. He wants to play with us sometimes, but not always. Yeah, that's nice. This age is nice as well. I'm not gonna say I can't wait for this kind of age, because I'm gonna appreciate all ages, because I know it just flies so fast. So you have to keep this. Your husband always says he has 3 kids. I don't know. How are you supposed to take that? Do you generally work highlights to shadows, Joy? Highlights to shadows? No. Generally, it's mostly shadows to highlights when I'm not sure or when I'm not confident. When I don't really have a problem with anything, I work whatever. But let's say here, for example, you better start with the darkest parts and just gradually get into the highlights rather than do the opposite. Is this shirt silk or satin? I think it's satin. I want to create satin rather than I don't want to make it too glossy and reflective. It's just the amount of highlights though. Like if you just put some very light highlights, it's going to create some silk tones. The tie is more silk. With this here is what creates the silk satin look. Just the highlights, you can change the fabric. Now it looks more silky because just the little specular reflection here creates this effect. But the shirt, yeah, it's more satin. All right, let's okay. Now I should. Oh, you're gonna make fun of me if I paint the horse butt again. Because I have some very bad memories of the last time I did this horse butt here. You were all like criticizing my horse bottom. But I really want to paint this. I'm gonna finish the jacket part because it's probably going to be too long. And I know you're gonna make some inappropriate jokes again, so I'm not gonna attempt the horse butt. Not today. Nice try, but not today, my friends. You can keep your jokes. He is, isn't he? Yeah, I like it. Kind of like this style. Oh yeah, for the sleeve, Joy, probably. I didn't follow any specific order here because I wasn't really too bothered about, the entire process. I'm not really worried. Like there's nothing really tricky that I really think would need me to focus specifically on the process. But if I have to just do a more tricky part, like let's say a portrait, for example, yeah, I would start with the dark. And when I don't necessarily have a problem, when it's not too much of a tricky part, I can do the opposite. Don't call it a butt, call it a rump. Butts are funny, rumps are yawn. What? Yawn? If a horse befriended a donkey, would it be a horse's ass? I guess it would. But ass is the actual word, isn't it? It's not my fault your language is so inappropriate. Change the music. Okay, so rump is the hind part of a mammal. Yeah, no problem, Joy. Yeah, anyway, if you're wondering, just by default always go dark to light. And if you're so detached from it then that you don't think about it, like whatever goes. It's not like you have to start over if you didn't go from dark to light. It's just easier this way. And it's technically the better thing to do. Hello Gab, I'm glad you find my channel. Thank you for being here. Do you set a time? Oh, I try so hard. Isn't that a song? I tried so hard and tried so hard, but in the end it doesn't really matter. That's the song. Sorry, yeah, I try very much to allow myself a certain amount of time. And see, this painting was supposed to be done before the end of 2023, so I was super successful with this. And yeah. So that's it. But yeah, generally I do try to allow myself a little bit of time, a certain amount of time, but sometimes it doesn't work, and the theory doesn't always, or my ambitions are not always successful. What I did have a little bit of success for was I was making small paintings, and I was making one every week. I kind of managed to do that. And this one I was supposed to do it in 2 weeks, but it will end up taking way more time, I think. So what's the joke? We will be hindquarter monitors. Not sure I get it. But doesn't that ruin the joke if you have to explain it? I think it is. I think it does ruin the joke, so... Yeah, I assume it is. Yeah, well, I'll probably do that. I'll finish the butt of this gentleman if you allow me. And then if I'll still have time, I'll try to do the horse's butt. Or behind, rump. Actually, I think the fabric here is tricky enough that it will take me all the time I have left today. I can try to be very just suggestive, but even there, I can try to be very, you know. Man, in my New Year's resolution, I swear, I'm gonna one day make a stream session where the title will be, I'm not leaving the stream before this painting is over. I really need to push that, make this happen. Not this painting necessarily, but I have so many paintings that I'm way too slow, and yeah, I know, it became kind of a meme, like me complaining about how slow I paint, but I want to make that into a stream challenge and one day have a streaming session. I'll start, and the idea will be, well, the stream only ends when this painting is done. Period. I would love it, except my wife wouldn't. But if I have to make that, I need to make that before the baby is born. Because once the baby's born, I'm gonna be okay. The stream ends whenever baby needs a diaper changed. So it's going to be quite a different life. Don't get used to what we have here. Don't get too attached. Because when I do have a baby, it won't be about painting anymore. It won't be about Like, it would be about taking care of this little thing. So, yeah. But if I have to make this session, because it's been in my mind for a long time, and I do have a lot of paintings that I need to finish. Some of them are actually quite close to completion, so wouldn't be too hard, wouldn't be necessarily super slow or super long. Why do you... Oh yeah, quality not quantity. Don't you think I tried to convince myself of that for ages? It can be, I've tried to say to myself, quality not quantity, quality not quantity, but sometimes you just have to finish a goddamn painting. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So yeah. So this session would be just a nice, a fun, interesting opportunity to make a long, slow live stream and just take the time. It wouldn't necessarily be a 12-hour session. Could be just a quick session, actually. If I finish quick. Finishing talk. So, let's play a game. Raise your hand if you have never felt... Well, no, okay. Let's play a game. Raise your hand if you often feel anxiety just from the idea of finishing the painting. Have you ever experienced anxiety of finishing? No anxiety, just claustrophobic. Oh yeah, you know. You have to start in order to finish, yeah. Well, that's pretty typical, Balsam. My problem is actually never knowing when a painting is finished. I have to stop myself before I ruin it, and then I look at it in a week later and see there's more I can do. It's very, very typical. Like, I feel... It feels very similar to my experience. Well, yeah, but see, it's the problem of being so... It's kind of a problem of being undecisive though. So... If I start something and it's turning out really well, I become paralyzed at ruining it. Yeah, that's also a common problem, Felicia. Definitely. Also pretty common. Yeah, I've changed the music. I don't know, I was kind of bored of the other music, so this is EDM. It's an EDM playlist. I should add a glow stick. This is way too... Oops. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this part unfinished, actually, but on purpose. Hold on. So bear with me. Because this is going to be this is going to be the disappearing part here. So need to keep it. Or I do have the background. So this way I'll paint this and the surrounding parts at the same time. So I think it's going to be horse butt and the sky here. I should paint the hand though. Hey Waverly! Oh, Waverly is a legend of paint along. I'm gonna check it out. So it's already in the gesture art. It's awesome. Waverly Wanderer is a follower and famous for painting along. Much faster than me, which is both impressive and annoying. Congrats, Waverly. I'm gonna check it out. Let's check it out. It's going to allow me to have a little break. Hold on, I'm opening my Discord. Okay. All right, paint along for tonight. A famous Scottish rugby player. Well, you got me. I don't know my rugby players. Hey, nice for a 2-hour session. And this is Balsam. Nice, looks very neat. I like it. I'm a sucker for sharpness like that and texture. Really appreciate a good texture. Always like this. I think this metal texture is better than the jug here. And here maybe the glass could have a little bit more specular reflection. Not sure. Depends on your model, but should have a bit. Pretty cool. You guys make cool stuff. It's nice. So great to see all this art. A new challenge time. Sure, let's vote. Yeah, let's do that. Let's vote for a new challenge. I'm gonna... So, ideas. Give me all you got. Your ideas for a new challenge. And I'm gonna create a little boat. Panel poll. Okay, cool. Yeah, the jug. I figured it wasn't finished, but it looks great so far. Love the textures. A polar bear in a snowstorm. Or did snow? Alright, so next challenge. Ideas, suggestions, my friends. What do you have? Give me your best. Birds. Oh, can we make a jour de mon emoji wall after we decide on the poll? So after we find a... So, okay, bird. Self-portrait. So I have 2 ideas so far. Self-portrait is much tougher than bird. Rocks. Old castle. Okay. Boom! First 4 ideas. Alright. So, you can start voting in chat. Alright, so self-portrait is leading, and then we have the 3 other options. Rocks is suddenly moving along in the votes. And self-portrait is leading. Very clear lead so far. I can't vote for my own. Can't vote for my own polls. Stupid. How many narcissists? It doesn't have to be like, you can't paint. You don't always paint a self-portrait out of narcissism. It's much more narcissistic to take selfies with your phone all the time. Like making a portrait, it's much more a philosophical and existential endeavor almost. It's like sort of piercing the secrets of human appearance through your own appearance. It's much more philosophical than YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. What's going on? Do I have a connection problem? A self-portrait of what time of life? Any, I guess. Yeah, I think everybody's rooting for a self-portrait. Okay, YouTube had a sort of a little glitch, a little sneeze, but apparently it's working better now. All right. Let's end it now. And the winner is self-portrait with 45% of the votes. So congratulations. The next challenge is going to be self-portrait. That's a pretty tough challenge. I hope you're ready. Wow. Self-portrait with parrot on your shoulder. Well, whatever. As long as it's a self-portrait, it works. You know your own features. Anyway, and if you mess it up, no one will be mad at you. I agree. I agree. You can hide it from the view. It's not like if you have a commissioned portrait and then you have to justify to others the work that you've been doing. Like in this case, it's you. If you're disappointed with the way you look, you can only blame yourself. Yeah, sometimes they say, you know, it's not you're not responsible for how you look. Well, if you paint a self-portrait, you are. So, okay. And cheating is allowed if you don't want to reveal your true appearance, by the way. If you're sort of hesitating because you don't want people to know what you look like, you can just have, like, you know, you can make a self-portrait with some type of costume, whatever. Like, cheating, let's just say cheating and accessorizing is allowed. Accessorizing. Let's call it accessorizing. So if you want to create a, you know, self-portrait with a Batman mask, it's allowed. I'll specify that. Oh my god, this music is getting intense. Back turned portrait. Meh, you know. Oh yeah, caricatures. Caricatures should be allowed. Paint something that represents you. Now, in this case, I wouldn't call this legit. In this case, Jasmine, because simply that could be the theme for another challenge. This is a good idea, and I agree how it kind of has almost a biographical dimension. Like objects can have a biographical dimension, symbolically speaking, and just. But I think we should keep it for a different a different challenge. Oh yeah, me as Medusa. Like, I think Caravaggio kind of inspired, was that he made it something that's kind of like that. Not as Medusa, but I think... Well, he included his own likeness in episodes like that. No deadline. Actually, the old challenges are still open if you want, but let's say, yeah, let's say 2 weeks, something like that. Like, we generally review all the submissions within a week or two. Oh my god. I wasn't ready for this self-deprecating joke, Alicia. I mean, wasn't that a joke? Well, if it wasn't a joke, yeah, definitely. You shouldn't think so negatively about you. I was thinking it was just for the lols, but hey, you know, it's not a self-portrait, but there's a lot of beauty in every face, so it's the job of the artist to find it. Boy. In all honesty, I'd rather take a good portrait by a good artist of a person who's not like that's not the best looking, rather than a supermodel painted by a bad artist who doesn't know how to paint a portrait. I'd rather take the portrait of the quote-unquote ugly person painted by the good artist rather than the supermodel painted by the bad artist. So it tells you how I think it's mostly about the technique and the skills of the artist here. Sometimes it's just a matter of point of view. Hey Black Dahlia, welcome here, Happy New Year. Well, of course she's cheating since the very beginning. Have way too much empathy. So you didn't get the joke. Because you care too much. You're cute. Hey Nolan, Happy New Year! Good to see you! A wild Nolwenn appears. Like a Pokemon. Quick, catch it! Get your Pokeballs. News, baby. Yeah, same thing. Wish you all the best for 2024. Creatively, artistically, and yeah, all the best. Well, this has been a fun first stream of the year. Oh yeah, 2 hours and a half. I'm already, like, it's pretty late to arrive. 2 hours and a half for me is almost my time. So I'm gonna be signing off soon, but it was fun. Sorry if you just arrived. Please forgive me for just leaving just when you're arriving, but hey, see you next time. And thank you for everyone who is here. I'm gonna be signing off. I'm probably going to hang out in the Discord while I'll clean up. So if you want to meet me there, I'll be around for a couple minutes. But everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the likes and all the good stuff. I'll see you for the next one. Until then, joy and inspiration to you, my friends. See you!